Welcome to Wisdom of Hinduism, your deep dive into the rich and profound world of one of the oldest religions on earth. Today, we turn our focus to debunking common misconceptions about Hinduism, a faith often misunderstood, shrouded in myths and misconceptions. It's time to clear the fog, to separate fact from fiction, and to shine a light on the true essence of this ancient philosophy. Stay with us as we embark on this enlightening journey to uncover the truth about Hinduism. Hinduism, like any ancient religion, is not without its fair share of myths and misconceptions. Often it's the lack of understanding that gives way to these misconceptions. For instance, consider the widely held belief that Hinduism is strictly a polytheistic religion. This notion stems from the fact that Hindus do have a multitude of deities, each with their own unique stories and attributes. But does this really make Hinduism polytheistic? Or is there more to it than meets the eye? Another commonly held myth is that Hindus worship idols. This misconception arises due to the prominent use of statues and images in Hindu rituals. But is this really idol worship? Or is it a symbolic representation of something much deeper? And let's not forget about the caste system. Many believe it's an inherent part of Hindu society, deeply ingrained in its religious fabric. But is this the whole truth? So are you ready to debunk these myths and delve into the truth of Hinduism? Let's begin. Scene script. First, let us understand the basics of Hinduism, its history, and its fundamental beliefs. Established over 5,000 years ago, Hinduism is one of the world's oldest religions, steeped in rich philosophical and cultural heritage. Now let's unravel the myths one by one. First up is the myth that Hinduism is solely a polytheistic religion. While it's true that Hinduism has a pantheon of deities, this doesn't necessarily make it polytheistic. The deities in Hinduism are seen as manifestations of a single ultimate reality, known as Brahman. This concept is akin to a single light source casting many shadows. Each deity represents a different aspect of this ultimate reality. Furthermore, there are monotheistic sects within Hinduism, such as Vaishnavism and Shaivism, where Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva are revered as the supreme deities respectively. Next, we address the notion that Hindus worship idols. In reality, the statues and images you often see are not objects of worship in themselves, but symbols that help devotees focus their minds on the divine. They serve as tools for meditation and prayer, helping the devotee to connect with the divine presence within. It's not about the idol, it's about the symbolism and the profound spiritual experience it facilitates. Moving on, we tackle the controversial topic of the caste system. Yes, the caste system was a part of ancient Hindu society, but it has evolved significantly over time. Originally, it was a system of occupational classification, not a rigid social hierarchy. However, it was misused and distorted over centuries into a tool for discrimination. Today, many Hindus and reform movements actively work towards eradicating caste-based discrimination and promoting social equality. So it's a myth to say that the caste system defines Hindu society. Lastly, the notion that Hinduism is a rigidly conservative religion. This couldn't be farther from the truth. Hinduism is an umbrella term that encompasses a wide range of philosophies, interpretations, and schools of thought. It's a religion that has always adapted to the times, embracing change and reform. For example, ancient Hindu society was patriarchal, but there have been numerous social reform movements advocating for women's rights and equality. Hinduism doesn't resist change, rather, it evolves with it. As you can see, the reality of Hinduism is far more nuanced and rich than these misconceptions would have us believe. So before we form opinions about this ancient religion, let's take a moment to delve deeper, ask questions, and seek understanding. Because in the diversity and complexity of Hinduism lies a profound wisdom that has stood the test of time. Now that we've debunked these myths, let's explore the core principles and positive aspects of Hinduism. Hinduism, like a grand and ancient tree, has deep roots that reach into the fertile soil of spirituality and branches that touch the heavens of higher consciousness. One of the core principles of this magnificent tradition is non-violence, or ahimsa. Ahimsa is not just about refraining from physical harm, it's about cultivating an attitude of love and respect for all life forms. It's about understanding that every creature, big or small, is an integral part of this vast cosmic play and deserves to be treated with dignity and love. Another fundamental tenet of Hinduism is spiritual exploration, or sadhana. Sadhana is the personal journey of self-discovery and self-improvement. It's like a road trip where the destination is not a physical place, but a state of enlightenment. It involves various practices such as meditation, yoga, and devotion to attain a higher state of consciousness. Yoga, in particular, is a holistic practice that unifies the body, mind, and spirit, and helps us to tune into our true nature. Karma is another cornerstone of Hindu philosophy. It is the law of cause and effect that governs our actions. Every action we take, every word we speak, and every thought we think sets off a chain of events that shapes our destiny. It's a cosmic justice system that encourages us to act responsibly and mindfully. Interconnectedness, or the understanding that we are all part of a larger whole, is a profound concept that is deeply ingrained in Hindu thought. It's like seeing the world as a vast, intricate web where each strand is connected to every other. It's about recognizing that our actions have far-reaching consequences and that we share a collective responsibility towards the well-being of our planet and its inhabitants. Meditation, yoga, and mindfulness are not just practices in Hinduism, but ways of life. They are tools that help us to quiet the mind, harness our inner energies, and achieve a state of inner peace and clarity. They help us to navigate the challenges of life with grace and equanimity and cultivate qualities like compassion, patience, and gratitude. These core principles serve as the foundation for the diverse and inclusive philosophy of Hinduism. They remind us that the essence of Hinduism is not about rigid dogmas or blind faith, but about seeking truth, cultivating wisdom, and living in harmony with the universe. They guide us towards a life of purpose, joy, and fulfillment, and inspire us to strive for the highest ideals of love, peace, and unity. Today we've journeyed through the profound world of Hinduism, debunking myths and misconceptions along the way. We've explored the depth of this ancient religion, from its rich philosophical heritage to its core principles of non-violence, spiritual exploration, and interconnectedness. We've debunked the myths of polytheism, idol worship, caste system, and rigidity, illuminating the truth about Hinduism. So keep exploring, keep questioning. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more enlightening content. Remember, the wisdom of Hinduism is a vast ocean, and we've only skimmed the surface. Keep exploring, keep learning, and until next time, namaste. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey. We've traversed the vast landscape of Hinduism, debunking myths and misconceptions along the way. As we wrap up, we encourage you to delve deeper, to question, to explore. Feel free to leave comments, ask questions, or suggest topics for future videos. Your engagement fuels our content, and together we can continue to unearth the wisdom of Hinduism. Until next time, stay curious, stay enlightened,